I am happy to join with you today in what will go down in lore as the greatest demonstration for freedom in the history of our horde. 109 years ago, a possessed human, in whose symbolic shadow we stand today, opened the dark portal. This momentous event came as a great light well of hope to millions of orcs who had been seared in the flames of the Hellfire Peninsula. It came as a joyous daybreak to the end of the long nights of Outland. But 29 years later, the orc is still not free. 29 years later, the life of the orc is still sadly crippled by the manacles of slowing effects and the chains of fear mechanics. 29 years later, the orc lives on a lonely island of Kalimdor in the midst of a vast ocean of leveling prosperity. 29 years later, the orc is still languished in the corners of Azerothian society and finds himself in exile in his own land. So we have come here today to dramatize a shameful status effect. I say to you today, my group, so even though we face the difficulties of this expansion and the next, I still have a dream. It is a dream deeply rooted in the Azeroth dream. I have a dream that one day this world of Warcraft will rise up and live out the true meaning of its patch notes. That we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all classes are created equal. I have a dream that one day on the red hills of Durotar, the sons of orcs and the sons of humans will be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood. I have a dream that one day, even in the Barrens, a place sweltering with the heat of idiotic chat, sweltering with the heat of dragon's breath, will be transformed into an oasis of freedom and justice. I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a world of Warcraft where they will not be judged by the choice of class, but by the stats of their character. I have a dream today. Let freedom ring from the snow-capped Rockies of Winterspring. Let freedom ring from the curvaceous slopes of Azshara. But not only that, let freedom ring from the Stone Mountain and Burning Steppes. Let freedom ring from the Lookout Mountain of Hyjal. Let freedom ring from every hill and molehill in Nagrand. From every mountainside, let freedom ring. And when this happens, when we allow freedom to ring, when we let it ring from every village and every dungeon, from every zone and every continent, we will be able to speed up that day when all of Blizzard's children, orcs and humans, Alliance and Horde, Raiders and PvPers, will be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old orc spiritual, Zug Zug!